The record-breaking government shutdown is now in its 33rd day. The effects are piling up. Low-income renters are being cut off from housing aid. Welfare payments could run out soon. And the government is so broke that they're selling ad space on the Constitution. And now, things seem to be moving in the wrong direction. Because instead of debating the wall or how to end the shutdown, politicians are arguing about a whole new issue, the State of the Union speech. It started when House Speaker Nancy Pelosi told Trump that as long as the government stayed closed, he should cancel the State of the Union. And today, things really escalated.
President Trump just minutes ago sent a letter to the Democratic Speaker saying he intends to deliver his State of the Union address to both chambers of Congress next week.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi sent a response moments ago to President Trump saying that she will not sign off on the State of the Union address that the president was set to give next Tuesday until the government reopens. And here is how the president just responded to that.
The State of the Union speech has been canceled by Nancy Pelosi because she doesn't want to hear the truth.
God damn, this is such a weird situation now. Because the rule is the president can only give a speech to Congress if the Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, invites him. And she's not inviting him. But at the same time, this is Donald Trump. You can't tell him where he can and can't go. This is the same guy who popped up in the dressing room of the Miss Teen USA pageant. He goes where he wants. Yeah, and what are you going to do? Tell me something. What are you going to do if Trump decides to show up, huh? Have a congressional bouncer stop him? Is that what you're going to do? He's going to be like, sorry, Mr. President, you're not on the list.
Be like, no. I was already in there last year. I just came out for a smoke. I promise you, you can see my stamp. I just came out.
And then the door opens for a second. He's like,
Nancy. She's pretending not to hear me. It's a prank we play on each other.
And for a moment, it looked like Nancy was going to have to get Hodor to keep Trump out of the House. But this afternoon, in a surprise move, the president surrendered.
We're supposed to be doing it, and now Nancy Pelosi, or Nancy as I call her, she doesn't want to hear the truth, and she doesn't want to hear, more importantly, the American people hear the truth. So we just found out that she's canceled it, and I think that's a great blotch on the incredible country that we all love. It's a great, horrible mark.
You know, sometimes when President Trump speaks, he sounds like he's choosing the next words on his predictive text. You know when you try to write a message based only on what your phone suggests? That's exactly what he sounds like. He's like, Nancy Pelosi, or as I call her, Nancy, is a great blotch on this country and a tremendous mark. And by the way, I don't know if Nancy gave Trump a wedgie behind Congress one day, but she did something because she's the only person he hasn't given a nickname to. Everyone else is like crying Chuck Schumer, little Marco Rubio, Pocahontas Elizabeth Warren, lying Ted. And he's like Nancy Pelosi, or as I call her, Nancy. And while they're fighting about where President Trump is going to deliver his speech to the country, by the time this whole thing is done, there may not be a country to deliver it to.
Day 33 of the government shutdown. The situation is growing much more dire. 800,000 federal employees still not receiving pay.
IRS employees say they expect absences to surge as part of a coordinated protest that could slow or stall taxpayer refunds.
Coast Guard families barely getting by without paychecks.
TSA is making a plea for 250 volunteer officers who would deploy to airports struggling with the excessive call-outs due to the shutdown.
FBI agents sound the alarm over the shutdown. They say serious damage is being done.
The FBI Agents Association said it cannot pay confidential informants, and so they're losing valuable information about terrorists.
All of that is not good news, especially the part about the FBI, because the FBI can't do their job. They can't pay their snitches anymore. Yeah, that means that the snitches can't even afford stitches. He needs a Band-Aid that would leave a scar. You know what would be genius, though? Is if the FBI is saying they can't pay informants or go undercover, just to get criminals to drop their guard. Because that would be a brilliant move. They'd be like, oh, we have no money, so we're not there anymore. Yeah. Like gang members are gonna be like, hey man, are you a cop or something? It's like, no man, didn't you hear about the shutdown? Oh yeah. McConnell, man, they offer DACA protections, but it's not enough, man. All right, come on in. This is where we keep the cocaine.